champions of the Midnight Express. And their manager, dressed in red and blue and green and yellow, is Jim Cornette.
At least we know you've got light and color perception. Now we'll worry about a sanity check later on. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the undisputed tag team champions of the world and a couple of great guys in their own right. Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan, the Midnight Express.
Tony, as the NWA prepares to go back in the Mid-South this Monday, Jim Cornette, he's a former city councilman or something who's just outside of Alexandria, Pineville, Louisiana. He spent some time there. Wait a second, isn't that where the state mental institution is? That's where the state mental institution for Louisiana is, Pineville. It is? Yeah, there's a correlation there. We don't want to investigate this.
I would guess.
This may be National Enquirer stuff. You know, the inquiring minds want to know. But anyway, this Monday, it's all going to happen.
Speaking of inquiring minds, I come over here to find you two. Paul Jones was out here talking about what's fresh on his mind. What's fresh on Paul Jones's mind would make good fertilizer. Let me tell you something. He's the only guy I know that buys his clothes secondhand from Lauren Green. But I got to tell you about Gary Hart. A lot of things going on in professional wrestling. Gary Hart says he's got a big, black, evil surprise for us. I guess his mother-in-law is coming to pay him a little visit. The Road Warriors, they've been taking in too much caffeine. All the other tag teams in wrestling now, they're in a buzz because of all the events. But you see, focused in the ring right now, the Midnight Express, the World Tag Team Champions. We don't care what anybody else does because we got no friends. We're only out for ourselves and out to keep the World Tag Team Championship against whoever may cross our path. And you know, speaking of our path, we're taking a path right back down there to where, guess where? The Mid-South, where we hold all the attendance records for professional wrestling starting this Monday. Barton Coliseum. That's exactly right. Jim Ross,
I believe it.
Did we set them? Well, we gonna break them this time. Monday, Barton Coliseum, Little Rock, Arkansas. Tuesday, right up there in Jackson, Tennessee at the Jackson Coliseum. Wednesday,
The King gonna be there.
only if he's stopped eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
And jelly donut.
Yes. Then the next day, Greenwood, Mississippi at the Civic Center. The next day, Jackson, Mississippi at the Fairgrounds Coliseum. Then going down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana at the Centroplex. Then the hot one, downtown Municipal Auditorium, the place to be in New Orleans, Louisiana. And then Rapides Parish Coliseum in Alexandria on Saturday the 30th. The whole week, this coming week, Mid-South Wrestling coming back the way it always has been. And that's hot, brother.
You know, I think there's one difference, though, Jim, in this card and all the other cards that we participated in, and your team set the record. This is a bigger lineup with more stars than has ever been in the Mid-South. And I think we can both say that and agree with that point.
Well, of course we can, Jim, and I find when I agree with you, I think something's wrong. But in this case, everything's right with Mid-South Wrestling. And I'm going to say this. When we set those attendance records, we weren't even NWA World Tag Team Champions. So you can imagine what we're going to do now that we're on top of the heap as far as tag team wrestling goes. And I see a guy back there with the University of Louisville t-shirt on, the University of Louisville Cardinals, and that brings to mind the fact that the University of Louisville is opening up a new season here shortly. And also, the NWA is returning to my hometown, Louisville, Kentucky, at the Commonwealth Convention Center on November the 4th. And the Midnight Express, we're going to take the World Tag Team Championship back to Louisville.
You have any books you want to plug or any?
Well, I've got some books coming out. I've been talking to Random House. I got a couple of TV shows. Oprah Winfrey, she's going to have to wait. Phil Donahue, all the rest of them, because I got my own show coming out. But just remember this. When the Midnight Express show's in town, brother, it's the greatest show on earth and the greatest show on turf. We're the World Tag Team Champions and we can't be beat. And look at this teamwork. Brother, we hit them coming and going, backwards and forwards, and that's why we've outlasted all the other competition. That's why we're the World Tag Team Champions, and that's why we're the perfect combination. Not too much of any one, just every single ingredient put right in a proper place, the right amount.
Well, I'll tell you something, whomever they meet, whether it be the Road Warriors or anybody else, if you don't have your mind 100% on beating the Midnight Express, you're going to lose the match. That goes for the Road Warriors or any other team. They are the best team in wrestling as we speak right here, Tony. They have the goal.
You know, he just kind of really brushed over the Road Warrior situation, but there is no doubt that the Road Warriors in their situation, we won there, and they do have some shots coming up against the Midnight Express, exactly where their mind's going to be.
And it should be a tremendous matchup. Don't forget, fans, the Mid-South Tour starts this Monday night in Little Rock, ends 1 week from tomorrow in Alexandria, and we'll be back. Davey Crockett will be talking to the heavyweight champion of the world.